Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a trip back in time to the 1990s, a decade that truly revolutionized the tech world. I mean, think about it. So many of the things we take for granted today, things we literally carry in our pockets, got their start back then. We're talking the internet, mobile phones, even the way we listen to music. It all changed in the 90s. So get ready for a serious dose of nostalgia as we explore the inventions and innovations that paved the way for the tech we know and love in 2024. This is going to be epic. All right, let's kick things off with a big one, the World Wide Web, or as we call it now, the Internet. Before the 90s, the Internet was this obscure thing, mostly used by academics and researchers.
But then Tim Berners-Lee came along and changed everything. He invented the World Wide Web and suddenly, boom, information was available to everyone, everywhere. It was like opening a door to a massive library that never closes, and you could access it from anywhere in the world, with a dial-up connection, of course.
Remember those dial-up modems? The screeching sounds, waiting forever for a page to load? Yeah, good times. But even with those limitations, the impact of the internet was undeniable. It connected people across continents, allowed for instant communication, and basically set the stage for the digital age we live in today. I mean, can you imagine a world without Google, online shopping, or cat videos? Yeah, me neither. Next up, we've got Linux, and this one is near and dear to my heart. See, back in the 90s, software was pretty much controlled by big corporations, but then this guy, Linus Torvalds, decided to do something radical. He created Linux, a computer operating system that was completely open source. That meant anyone could use it, modify it, and distribute it for free. This was a game changer. Linux became a symbol of collaboration and innovation, with developers from all over the world contributing to its development. And you know what? It worked. Linux became incredibly stable, secure and powerful, eventually becoming the backbone of countless servers and systems worldwide. Even Android, the most popular mobile operating system today, is built on Linux. Okay, let's talk communication. Before the 90s, if you wanted to reach someone who wasn't at home, you had pagers, those clunky things that just beeped with a number. But then came short message service, and suddenly we could send actual text messages to each other. I remember getting my first cell phone with SMS. It was like magic. At first, we could only send short 160-character messages, but that didn't stop us from using them for everything, from making plans with friends to sending those awkward early 2000s texts to our crushes. And look at us now. We've got emojis, GIFs, and entire conversations happening through text. SMS might seem basic now, but it was the spark that ignited the mobile messaging revolution we see today. Now, let's shift gears and talk about space. In 1990, NASA launched the Hubble Space Telescope, and it completely changed our understanding of the cosmos. This thing was, and still is, a technological marvel, orbiting Earth and capturing breathtaking images of galaxies, nebulas, and distant stars. Before Hubble, our view of space was limited by what we could see from Earth. But Hubble gave us a front-row seat to the universe's greatest hits. It showed us the birth of stars, the death of stars, and everything in between. The images it captured weren't just stunning, they were filled with scientific data that helped us unravel the mysteries of the universe. Hubble is a testament to human ingenuity and our insatiable curiosity about what lies beyond our planet. This next one is huge, the Human Genome Project. This ambitious project, launched in 1990, aimed to do something that seemed impossible at the time: map the entire human genome. We're talking about identifying all 3 billion base pairs that make up our DNA. It was a massive undertaking involving scientists from around the world. The Human Genome Project was completed in 2003, but its impact was felt long before that. It revolutionized our understanding of genetics, leading to breakthroughs in disease research, personalized medicine, and even ancestry tracing. This project showed us the power of collaboration and pushed the boundaries of what we thought was scientifically possible. It was a giant leap for humankind, and it all started in the 90s. All right, let's talk entertainment. Remember those clunky VHS tapes? The rewinding, the fuzzy picture? Yeah, those were the days. But then came the DVD, the digital video disc, and it completely changed the way we watched movies at home. DVDs were smaller, sleeker, and offered way better picture and sound quality than VHS. But it wasn't just about the tech. DVDs also changed the way movies were made and distributed. Suddenly we had bonus features. director's commentaries, and behind-the-scenes footage. It was like having a mini film school right in your living room. And let's not forget the rise of DVD rental stores. Remember Blockbuster? DVDs were a game changer, paving the way for the streaming services we all know and love today. Okay, imagine a world without GPS. No Google Maps, no Waze, no finding your way home after taking a wrong turn. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, that was life before the 90s, when GPS, the global positioning system, became available for civilian use. This technology, originally developed by the US military, uses a network of satellites to pinpoint your location anywhere on Earth. At first, GPS units were bulky and expensive, but as technology advanced, they became smaller, more affordable, and eventually integrated into our phones. GPS has revolutionized navigation, making it easier and safer to travel, explore new places, and, well, avoid getting hopelessly lost. Now let's talk about a little company called Google. Back in 1996, it was just a research project by two Stanford students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They called it Backrub, can you believe it? Their goal was to create a better way to search the ever-growing World Wide Web. And boy, did they succeed. Google's search algorithms were revolutionary, delivering more accurate and relevant results than anything else out there. It quickly became the go-to search engine for millions of people, and the rest, as they say, is history. Google went from a simple search engine to a tech behemoth, offering everything from email and cloud storage to smartphones and self-driving cars. Next up, we've got another company that started small and then took over the world, Amazon. In 1994, Jeff Bezos had this crazy idea to sell books online. People thought he was nuts, but he went ahead and launched Amazon.com anyway. It was a simple website with a limited selection, but it had one thing going for it: convenience. People loved the idea of ordering books from the comfort of their own homes, and Amazon's sales skyrocketed. Bezos quickly realized that he could sell pretty much anything online, and Amazon expanded its product offerings at an insane pace. Today, Amazon is the world's largest online retailer, selling everything from electronics and clothes to groceries and cloud computing services. Remember the days of being tethered to your desk by those clunky Ethernet cables? Yeah, not fun. But then came Wi-Fi, and it was like a breath of fresh air. Or should I say wireless freedom? Wi-Fi, short for wireless fidelity, was first released in 1997, and it allowed us to connect to the internet without any cables. This was a game changer, especially for laptops, which were becoming increasingly popular. Suddenly we could work from anywhere in our homes, coffee shops, even parks. Wi-Fi revolutionized the way we access the internet, making it more convenient, accessible, and, well, a lot less tangled. It's hard to imagine a world without Wi-Fi now. Speaking of wireless wonders, let's talk about Bluetooth. This technology, invented in 1994, allowed devices to communicate with each other over short distances without the need for cables. It was initially used for things like wireless headsets and connecting mobile phones to computers, but Bluetooth's potential was much greater than that. Today it's used in countless devices, from headphones and speakers to smartwatches and even cars. It's become the go-to technology for wirelessly connecting devices, making our lives easier, more convenient, and a lot less cluttered with wires. Before the iPod, before Spotify, there were MP3 players. These portable devices revolutionized the way we listen to music. No more carrying around bulky CD players or cassette tapes. MP3 players were small, lightweight, and could hold hundreds, even thousands of songs. The first MP3 player, the MP-A-Man F10, was released in 1998, and it was a revelation. Suddenly we could create our own custom playlists, listen to music on the go, and share songs with friends, sometimes illegally, but that's a story for another time. MP3 players paved the way for the iPod and the digital music revolution that followed, changing the music industry forever. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the pirate in the digital sea, Napster. This file-sharing service, launched in 1999, sent shockwaves through the music industry. Napster allowed users to share MP3 files with each other over the internet for free. It was a music lover's dream and a record executive's worst nightmare. Millions of people flocked to Napster, downloading and sharing music like never before. The music industry fought back, suing Napster for copyright infringement and eventually shutting it down. But the genie was out of the bottle. Napster had shown the world the power of peer-to-peer file sharing, paving the way for other services like BitTorrent and changing the way we consume music forever. Now, let's get back to the world of physical media. DVDs, or digital versatile discs, were the next big thing after CDs. They offered significantly more storage capacity, allowing for higher quality video and audio. Remember those amazing special effects in The Matrix? Yeah, you can thank DVDs for that. DVDs quickly replaced VHS tapes as the preferred format for home entertainment. They were more durable, offered interactive menus, and could even hold multiple language tracks and subtitles. DVDs were a major technological leap, bringing cinema-quality experiences into our living rooms. Okay, get ready for this one because it's a biggie: smartphones. These pocket-sized devices have become an indispensable part of our lives, but they had humble beginnings. The first true smartphone, the IBM Simon, was released in 1994. It was a bulky device, but it could make calls, send emails, and even had a touchscreen. Smartphones continued to evolve throughout the 90s, becoming smaller, more powerful, and more feature-rich. But it wasn't until the early 2000s, with the release of the iPhone, that smartphones truly took off. Today, smartphones are our constant companions, keeping us connected, informed, and entertained. Remember those AOL trial CDs? They were everywhere in the 90s. Commercial internet service providers, or ISPs, played a crucial role in bringing the internet to the masses. Companies like AOL, CompuServe, and Prodigy provided dial-up internet access, connecting millions of people to the World Wide Web for the first time. It wasn't always pretty. Remember those painfully slow download speeds? But these early ISPs were the pioneers of internet connectivity, laying the groundwork for the high-speed broadband internet we enjoy today. In 1995, Microsoft released Windows 95, and it was a game-changer for personal computing. This operating system introduced a user-friendly graphical interface, making it easier for everyday people to use computers. Remember the iconic Start button and taskbar? Yeah, those were introduced with Windows 95. Windows 95 was a massive success, selling over 40 million copies in its first year. It solidified Microsoft's dominance in the PC market and paved the way for future versions of Windows, which continue to power millions of computers worldwide. In the world of software development, the Java programming language was a game-changer. Developed by Sun Microsystems in the mid-90s, Java was designed to be platform-independent. This meant that developers could write code once and run it on any device that had a Java virtual machine. Java's versatility and portability made it incredibly popular, and it quickly became one of the most widely used programming languages in the world. It's still used today in countless applications, from web development and mobile apps to enterprise software and big data analytics. Remember those giant brick-like cell phones from the 80s? Yeah, those were fun to carry around. But in the 90s, cellular technology got a major upgrade with the introduction of digital cellular networks. These networks offered clearer calls, better coverage, and paved the way for smaller, more stylish phones. The 90s saw the rise of flip phones, those iconic devices that we all flipped open with a satisfying snap. Digital cellular networks were a major step forward for mobile communication, setting the stage for the smartphones we know and love today. In the world of digital imaging and design, Adobe Photoshop reigned supreme. This powerful software, first released in 1990, revolutionized the way we edit and manipulate images. Photoshop gave designers and photographers unprecedented control over their work, allowing them to retouch photos, create digital art, and design everything from websites to magazine layouts. Photoshop quickly became the industry standard for image editing, and it continues to be a must-have tool for anyone working with digital images. It's amazing to think how much of the visual content we consume today has been touched by Photoshop in some way. Get ready for some serious nostalgia, gamers. In 1994, Sony released the original PlayStation, and it changed the gaming landscape forever. This CD-based console brought console-quality gaming to the masses, with impressive 3D graphics, immersive gameplay, and a library of groundbreaking titles like Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid, and Final Fantasy VII. The PlayStation was a huge success, selling over 100 million units worldwide. It established Sony as a major player in the gaming industry and set the stage for the PlayStation 2, which would go on to become the best-selling console of all time. So there you have it, folks. A trip down memory lane. revisiting some of the most groundbreaking tech innovations of the 1990s. It's mind-blowing to think how far we've come since then and how much of what we take for granted today got its start back in the decade of grunge music and dial-up modems. From the internet to smartphones, these technologies have fundamentally changed the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. The 90s were a time of incredible technological advancement, and the legacy of that decade continues to shape our world today. Oh, and one more thing before I forget. If you enjoyed this blast from the past, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more tech-tastic content. And don't forget to let me know in the comments which 90s tech innovation had the biggest impact on your life. Until next time.